Hello, Minecraftians. Welcome back to a brand new Realm News. I am your host, the Dark Lord. The one who puts the real in Realm and expands your mind one block at a time. Today, I have a special guest who is brand new to Realm News. I'll just come out and tell you who it is. A fellow who goes by the name of King_Nexx. Or that is what their handle is on Twitter, where I met them. King Nexx and I have been following each other for the better part of the past year. One day, not too long ago, I saw them post on X, quote, "I love the breeze. It is so fun to fight and looks cool and has good loot. How does one end up on your podcast? I'd love to talk about the craft at some point," end quote. I replied back saying to DM me, and the rest is history. King Nexx, from my time reading their post, is an avid Minecraft aficionado who I've come to respect within the Minecraft community. So today, I'm going to pick their brain and find out what makes them love this game, how they became acquainted with it, favorite features, upcoming drops, and everything in between. Let's get the show started, folks. We have much to cover. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Realm News. I have a very special guest on today's show. I have a fellow Minecrafter who you may all be familiar with if you at least have a Twitter account or have been on YouTube. They go by King Nexx. King Nexx or Nexx, how are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. It hasn't been too cold where you're at, has it?
I don't know. It's been fluctuating up and down. Great Michigan weather. Everybody loves it. Everybody lives here.
Yeah, we've been getting a lot of snow here. We had a blizzard at the beginning of January, and that snow has not gone away yet. So
Ooh,
it's.
yeah, we aren't that bad. It's just been cold.
Oh, you have no snow yet?
I mean, it's snowed a couple times, but it's melted away. And like yesterday, actually, it like rained all day, and then like
Oh,
from
wow.
8 p.m. to midnight, it like was snowing, so it was like all slush everywhere.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, that's a lot different weather than what we're getting. I don't know. I think I'd rather have the rain than the ice, but I guess if it gets too cold, it's probably pretty slick in the mornings there.
Yeah, I definitely lost traction driving last night.
Oh no.
Just a
Well,
little, but we made it out. We made it out alive.
well, I'm glad you're okay. I'm glad you could make it to the show.
Yep, thank you. Me too.
Well, next, I would like to start here since you're brand new to Realm News, and I'd like to start with the basics. Kind of get to know you, introduce you to the audience, give a background,
Yeah.
give them a background to you. I just want to ask initially, when was it that you started playing Minecraft? How were you introduced to it?
So I think I started roughly around like 2014. I know for
Okay.
sure that I was playing on Xbox 360 edition. Um, I think my older brother had an Xbox, and I seen him play it, and like just wanted to play it as well. And then like seeing videos on YouTube for a while, like I just wanted to play it some more. And yeah, I think the oldest feature that I remember coming out was like horses. I think I
Oh,
remember the horse update vividly.
that's awesome. I so you said what year was that? About
I think it was
2014?
around like 2014. Yeah.
Interesting. I think I started 2013. My brother introduced me to it, and I can't remember what we were playing on. It could have been his 360 back then. I forgot all about that.
Yeah.
Gosh, that's so old of a console now.
Yeah, it is pretty old now, actually.
So you mentioned a YouTube channel. Um, Tell me a little bit about that because I think you mentioned that you have one. In fact, I looked into it. You just recently told me about that, and
Yeah. Um, I I had been posting videos, not like anymore. I think I haven't uploaded in I think I uploaded a video when the bundles drop came out, but I think I privated it
Oh,
afterwards.
okay.
But yeah, I was covering like roughly like occasional snapshots, like the big ones. I made a couple of videos um during Trails and Tales development and
Mhm.
Tricky Trials and Armored Paws. But you know, during the summer, as or has it how it has been during the summer, like development slows down and there's not really content to post. And I never really got back into it once the drops started coming out. But I do plan on making a few videos in the short coming future. But I want to focus more on like update ideas or like update reviews and just give more personal opinions because there's a lot of people that are making like snapshot videos and I kind of want to like add some of my own personality to my content.
That's really neat. I did see your, I don't know if it was your last one, but it was the Armored Paws, and that was a really cool video that you made. Yeah,
Yeah, thank you.
yeah, you need to get back into that, but I can see why. I remember even as a podcaster in the summers, everything seems to just slow down. I didn't have hardly any listeners. And
Yeah.
yeah, it just seemed like no, like a lot of content is just kind of at a halt during the summer. I think a lot of people are outside doing stuff, but um no, I think you should start doing that. I like the snapshots and I like your idea of adding your own opinions to it.
Yeah. I want to focus more on that because like, anybody could just give the news of updates, right? And like I think what matters a bit more is like people's thoughts. And I know personally I enjoy watching videos of like people's thoughts on updates and like them talking about like what else could be added within that update. But I'm hoping that with the current update cycle that like summer isn't as like barren with content
Mhm.
for Minecraft and that we still get some news.
I think I think you're right in that. I think we will honestly, I think we will get some. I think it'll be more even
Hmm.
as we've kind of seen. I feel like we get quite a bit now with this new drop format
Yeah.
system. I've been happy with it. Some people want bigger things, but
Yeah. And I can definitely understand why.
yeah,
Because like
no, I can see that too. Before we get on to those aspects or those questions, sorry, I have to ask you what has kept you playing the game for so long?
I've played it for a big chunk of my life, and it's kind of like Minecraft's just that game that you just always go back to, or a lot of people just go back to. And I enjoy survival a lot mainly, and I love building and playing with other people, and just checking out new features and collecting stuff. And I don't know, it's just been a game that I've been playing for so long that I enjoy playing.
It's kind of easy to just keep playing it because they always add something new to it. There's always
Hmm.
something new to explore. That's what I love about it. And I
Yeah, I
did
think
want
that's
to
what keeps reeling me back in is new features.
yeah, exactly, those new features. And I wanted to discuss with you, some features that you prefer. Get to know you a little bit better as a player in the
Hmm.
game. I just some simple questions, but I love asking these to people that are new to the show. Um, for example, what is your favorite weapon and why?
Ooh, I don't know. I didn't really know that it was like not as well received as it was because I really thought it was like received very well. But I really do enjoy the mace.
Do
I think the
you?
mace is pretty sweet. Yeah.
Okay. Why is that?
I just like how like obtaining it is. Like I feel like it's a much more of a grind, especially for the windburst enchantment. And its enchantments are really unique and like the weapon as a whole, like uncapped damage and just using it compared to like just spam clicking with other weapons like is just a lot more fun and intuitive and I feel like it requires a lot more skill to use.
Okay. Those are some good reasons. How long did it take you to find the oh my gosh. What is it you need to make that? The heavy core?
Yeah, heavy core, breeze rod, and then the Windburst enchantment is behind Ominous Volts, so it
Hmm.
takes many Ominous Volts to get to level 3. I've actually never gotten level 3 of Windburst. I think the max I have is 2.
Okay, you made it further than I have. I haven't even found a trial chamber yet. In my
What?
entire world, I haven't. I can't find them, and I haven't used chunk base or anything. I'm just trying to
Mhm.
find it naturally,
Yeah.
and
So you like keep the same world then? You
yeah,
play in
I'm
the same world?
always yeah, and I think that's why because every time because my world's big. I've been doing that
Hmm.
world for over 2 years now, and I think I just have to keep going out so far for every time they update for it to like upload these new features or
Yeah.
something. And maybe that's why I haven't found it yet, but it's kind of driving me crazy. I think I'm going to open up a new world and probably look up on Chunkbase where to find it and just so I can experience it.
Yeah, that's actually just crazy to me that you haven't experienced that. I
I
really
haven't
do
experienced a
like
lot of things.
personally enjoy like the trial chambers. The trial chambers are pretty nice.
I remember I reported on those in my podcast and I still have never experienced it. That's yeah, it is kind of crazy. But see, I kind of have this rule for myself and I kind of broke that last night. I My rule to myself is I want to discover everything naturally and
Hmm.
in my world that I've been in, and if I can't find it, then I just won't report on it. And last night I played around with the mace for the first time because I cracked and I went into creative mode and I just started playing with some features. I was like, okay,
Dang. Like
I'm
in
just
your world or like a separate world?
a separate world. I
Okay.
updated I downloaded the poisonous potato update.
Oh my.
And because I just wanted to or the add-on, sorry. And
Yeah.
I just wanted to check that out because I'm doing research on it for the
Hmm.
show. And I was like, okay. And I started exploring some other features in that. And I was like, oh, okay, this mace is pretty cool. About time I could check out the mace.
Yeah, I really recommend it, and I recommend going to a trial chamber as a whole. I think like structure wise, it's probably the most fleshed out, but like
Okay.
if you like bastions, like it gives me similar feelings to bastions.
I From what I've seen, I love copper. So I have a feeling I love trial chambers because isn't it full of that and
Yeah,
tough?
it's like all copper for the most part.
That's awesome. My little empire that I've built thrives on copper for decor.
Yeah.
So your favorite weapon is the mace, you said. I have to ask then, what's your least favorite?
My least favorite weapon. I don't really use like the crossbow at all, really.
Okay.
Like I mean it's good, but like it's not like for me because like it doesn't have any enchantments that like increase damage. So I think regardless you're just doing its base damage and I don't actually know what its base damage is, but
I'm
I
not
know that a
sure
power
either.
5 bow is a lot stronger than a crossbow.
Okay, that's actually good to know. I never even really looked into that because honestly, within the past month, I started getting into ranged weapons and I started carrying a crossbow on me all the time because I think it looks cool.
It does look
And
cool. Yeah.
I mean, I love how it
Just
looks.
you're like I just started carrying crossbows and I'm over here bashing on crossbows. Like yeah, crossbows suck.
Well, I don't know. I like the bows too, and but I didn't
Hmm.
realize that you could actually get the bow to be more powerful than the crossbow. That blows my mind a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good to know. Thanks for telling me that. I might have to ditch my crossbow now. So we have the bundles now, and you kind of mentioned that on your YouTube channel that you may have archived your own personal video on that. Um, um, what do you
Yeah.
carry on you in the overworld? Do you carry bundles,
What
or
do I
what type of
carry?
items do you carry around?
I do carry bundles now. I really enjoy exploring and bringing bundles with me, especially like before shulker boxes.
Hmm.
Like in a new world. I really like condensing items because like there's a lot of things that I carry in like very low quantities, like pottery sherds or like smithing templates and whatnot. Like
Hmm.
you can only get a couple, but they take up a whole slot, so I like throwing them in a bundle. But as far as other items go, food, my armor, um, I keep a pickaxe, sword, axe, shovel, and bow. And then
Nice.
I actually really do like spyglasses, so I carry
Mm.
those typically,
Some
and I
people
do
hate
use
them.
shields. Yeah, some people are just like if you have Optifine, like you don't really need it, but
Mm.
I don't use Optifine,
And that's a type of
so
mod, isn't it?
yeah,
I thought so. I have spy glasses, but I don't use them too often. I don't know why.
I like them. I think they're neat.
Yeah, they help you out a lot. What do you use them for?
Just when I'm exploring, mainly because I usually keep my like render distance really high, and whenever
Okay.
I'm playing with people and we're like looking for a specific structure, I'm like, oh, I can see this structure in the distance, and they're like, how do
Hmm.
you see that? And I'm like, well, my render distance is super high, and I just zoom in a little with the spyglass.
Nice. May I ask, what do you
So
play on?
what do I what?
What type of device do you play on, if I may ask?
Oh, I play Java on my laptop. I used to main Bedrock, but
Okay.
yeah, I just kind of got a little with Bedrock and just switched to Java.
Do you like to switch?
I do like the Switch. I like Java a lot more, to be honest.
Yeah, I've heard. I mean, there's a lot of people that debate that. I mean, that's been like
Hmm.
an ongoing thing forever, hasn't it? Between Java and Bedrock players.
Yeah.
I
I
have
don't have
no
as many
problem.
friends on Java, but I enjoy Java more.
Gotcha. Well, what is it about Java that you prefer?
Well, for starters, we have Offhand and the
Yeah,
combat
okay.
system.
So you can dual
And then
wield.
there's
Didn't they
just some
just
like
change that?
features. Change what? Dual wielding?
Or did they just no, I thought I just saw something that they were messing around with offhand features or something in Java.
Um, I'm
Maybe I
not sure. It might
didn't.
be like something data pack related, but I don't think
Probably.
anything like vanilla.
It wasn't something I really
But
read into. It was just something I scrolled by.
mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of stuff out there. Lots of stuff from Michael trying to advocate for offhand on
Yeah, Michael
Bedrock.
TVH. Yeah, it says dual wielding campaign. Almost a year.
Yeah, almost a
Um,
year, which is
almost a
crazy.
year. Yeah, I've been reposting his for almost a year. His.
I remember him saying like, "Should I stop at 100?" And
Yes,
people were just like, "No, keep going, keep going."
it's a tradition now. He kind of has to.
Yeah.
He better not stop. If he's listening, he better not stop.
Moji's just gonna be like, "We were gonna add it, but Michael stopped posting about it."
Yeah. So let's. I want to ask you this next before we get into some more of the updates and whatnot. Um,
Okay.
what's your favorite biomes so far in the overworld?
Uh,
Let's keep it to the
and
overworld.
I really, I really like lush caves. I don't know if you consider overworld and like caves
Yeah,
separate,
yeah. No.
but
Those are the same thing.
lush caves I really enjoy the look of, and I like all the vegetation and just the look of like an overgrown cave biome. And I also really just like the new cave generation as a whole, or not new anymore, but newer cave generation.
Y- No, I agree with you. I really love the lush caves. The first time I found one, I think I was in my brother's world, and
Hmm.
it kind of blew my mind. I remember calling to him. I was like, "Bro, check this out. I don't know what this is." I had to Google it, and I didn't even know that was a biome at the time because it was just plants everywhere. Well, with
Hmm.
glowberries, and it had an azalea tree down there. And I was like, "What is this?"
Yeah.
I was like, "This is
Yeah.
amazing!" And I broke that azalea tree and took it up top and planted it in my base.
Yeah, I do like azalea trees.
I do
I wish
too.
they had a unique wood, but they
Yeah,
don't.
why
They
don't
don't.
they?
I'm not really sure. I just think that there was a lot of work to do in the cave update, and that like it wasn't really considered.
It feels like, yeah, it's probably something they'll come back to later.
Yeah, kind of like bamboo, how it was expanded.
Yeah, it
Maybe
seems like
something
they.
like that in the future.
No, I agree with you. So the Lush Caves, one of your favorite, or is your favorite? Do you have a least favorite?
Least favorite biome. Hmm.
I know that can be a tough question. You don't have to have one.
I feel like there definitely is one. I feel like the snow biomes are really, really weak.
You think they're just plain?
Yeah, there's not much going for them. And there
No.
for the older biomes, there's a lot of them that are kind of like that, to be honest.
Yeah. I
But there's not like a biome that like I extremely dislike with a passion. I just think that there's some that just could use some updating.
no, I think that's a good point. The snowy biomes are quite bare, but I mean, snowy biomes can be pretty bare, I guess, in real life. But they could probably add in
Yeah.
like a variety of, I don't know, like they were going to do the penguins, or that was like a mob vote, wasn't it? I believe
Yeah.
years ago. I mean, there's things that they could add.
Yeah, definitely.
So let's get into some moving away from your personal preferences and playing more into the past year and the updates. I kind of want to pick your brain about
Yeah.
because the past year we've received a lot of updates that they used to be called updates, and then they announced a new drop format system, which we kind of touched based on briefly back in the intro
Hmm.
when we were talking. And before I go into those, I want to ask again though, what do you think of the new drop format system compared to the old traditional update
I
system, or however you want to call it?
I kind of am in the middle because I do like the drops. I
Hmm.
like getting content throughout the year, but I feel like not what we were currently at, but what we were at before was better. So like I don't know what year it was. I think 20, I want to say 18 or maybe
Hmm.
19. We got the Village and Pillage update around spring or summer. And then later that year in like November, we got the Buzzy Bees update. So
Mm.
like major update in the summer and then like smaller holiday update. Um, that's the format I was hoping that they'd go back to at some point. And when Tricky Trials kind of like wrapped up a little sooner than usual, I assumed that's what they were going to do. But
Hmm.
obviously we have the drop system. But now that we're at our first year of drops, I'm willing to hear them out and see and wait and see what updates we get to really judge. But I do think major update and then holiday update might have been a better option.
Gotcha. Okay. I see where you're coming from. And I can't really voice too much of an opinion. After 2013, when I was introduced to Minecraft, I played
Hmm.
it for like a year, and then I took like 9 years off just because of
Oh,
life. And then I
yeah.
came back to it in the year 2022, I believe, or
Oh,
2023, and then I started my podcast a year ago. And so I had a lot catching up to do because Minecraft added so much.
yeah. That's
And
actually,
so
that would be amazing to come to all that.
it was. It blew my mind. I was like, they've done so much to this game. It took me forever. I'm still playing catch up, honestly. And
Yeah, there's a lot.
there is a ton. And it's no, it's just amazing. I didn't even realize about the mob votes and all that. And
Hmm.
I became familiar with all that, and I can see why some people were upset that they did away with that. Um,
Yeah.
How did you feel about that? The mob voting going away?
Um, there is a lot of controversy with it. Um, the whole like riot for the last one that we had.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. I personally enjoyed them, but I feel like there was always like definitive mobs that like Mojang kind of wanted to win, because like
Hmm.
if you compare, I'm not sure what year it is, but like the Isolager, Glow Squid, and Moo Bloom, if you compare the three, the Isolager
Yeah.
definitely sticks out, and we didn't know it at the time, but the mountains were going to be updated and they were going to spawn in the mountain biome. So I feel like there's definitely
Mm.
mobs that fit the theme of the current update at the time or upcoming update that definitely Mojang was pointing at wanting them to win because the sniffer fits in with archaeology. And that mob definitely stuck out
Hmm.
compared to the tough golem and the what's its name? The uh the little goblin thing in the mine shafts.
Oh my gosh, I can't
I forgot
remember.
what it's called.
Honestly, I can't remember. I can't help you
But
on
yeah.
that one. I wish I could. But
Oh,
but you're saying that that Mojang has. I see what you're saying. Like, yeah, Mojang has its preferences. They wanted some things that they wanted to get put into the game, and that the mob vote didn't allow them to do. Right?
yeah. And I don't know. I feel like the mob vote definitely brought a lot more traction to Minecraft Live. And this past one that we had, it kind of just seemed like there wasn't as many people watching because there was no mob vote to promote it.
You don't think so?
Yeah, in my opinion, I could be
That
wrong,
was
but I don't think that.
Yeah, I'm not sure on that. I that was my first Minecraft Live that I watched,
Oh,
and
really?
yeah, I've seen like the past ones. Even when I got back into
Hmm.
Minecrafting, I missed that 2022 year, 2023 year live event. I just missed it. I think I was probably working or
Yeah.
something, and so that was my first time this past September 28th, 2024. And I
Yeah,
actually
something
enjoyed
around
it.
then.
People told me that it was a lot different than the past ones. And I seen videos of the past ones and I can see what they mean. It seemed more concise, I guess.
Yeah. I do like that it was a bit shorter in some aspects because I think they focus a lot on their like brand collaborations and like actual
Hmm.
features, which I feel like is what people are more there for, is feature unveils. Um,
Yes.
they only take like a smaller percentage of the time.
Yeah, I think that was only um but it was only the developers playing the game pretty much when they showed us the creaking.
Yeah.
But so in 2024, we had a series of updates or drops, however you want to call them. The Tricky Trials update was released June 13th, 2024. Armored Paws, April 23rd, 2024. Bundles of Bravery, October 2024. Pale Garden was the winter drop, which is fresh in our memory of 2024 in December. And then we got the game drops, the recent ones of this year, January, like the Snapshot 2505A with all the cow variants, Firefly Bush, new ambient sounds. I need to ask you, which of these have been your favorite by so far and why?
Uh, Tricky Trials. This is definitely really good in my opinion. As I mentioned, the
Okay.
maze and whatnot. Um, I did really think that it needed a combat revamp, and I definitely thought that was the direction they were going to go.
I did
But
too, honestly. I think a lot of
unfortunately,
people
we didn't
did.
get that. Yeah, I
Well,
mean, if you have like combat adventures as one of the theme pillars, like I don't, I think it would be reasonable to assume that combat could be updated. But
yes. I
unfortunately, we're still waiting.
I know. Well, some people argue that the armored pause was combat related because the wolf was added to be a combat feature or an assistant in combat. So that's what I've seen as an argument for
Mhm.
that, even though it's just armoring your dog.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
I, I don't know. But that's interesting. You say the tricky trials, but that makes sense because you love the mace. You already said that's just your favorite weapon. Um, are there more
Yeah.
reasons why you like that? What do you think about the ominous bottles and that entire system that
I
they
think
have
it's
going
really
on?
interesting. I I think that like they could definitely expand or add to ominous events in the future. I have no idea as to what like they could be, but like I could see I don't know. I could see like certain structures that we have currently like getting harder in difficulty, but I feel like what they'll do is add new ones in the future that have ominous events instead of existing ones. But
Yeah.
yeah, I really like the harder trials. I think the mobs having armor and whatnot is really cool actually. And like the potion effects that spawn around you, like I think that's sweet also.
Do you do you like the loot that you acquire from those places?
From the trial chambers, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think they did really good with the loot actually. Um Unique loot especially. Like there's two armor trims, a weapon, wind charges, um the heavy core, two banner patterns and like pottery shards too. Like
Mm-hmm.
I think they did a lot. And I definitely wish we could have got that treatment for like ancient cities.
Yeah, I I've I think that ancient cities or something they need to go back and revisit for sure.
Yeah.
Now, now, which one was your least favorite out of this year, 2024, and coming in
Definitely
into
definitely
2025?
bundles of bravery.
Really,
Yeah.
really,
Just
could you?
because I think it's a really weak like drop.
Are you upset that it took so long?
For bundles to be implemented, I'm not really upset about it. I'm happy that they're here, and
Hmm.
I do like bundles. But as first drops go, I mean, Java just got bundles, and Bedrock got hardcore as well.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, it's not a bad drop by any means. I just think it's a little weak. And for the first one, after they announced the drop system, I think maybe they should have done a little better or
Mhm.
bigger for the first one. But we did get the creaking drop right afterwards, so it's not too bad.
Yeah, and I want to get into the. I have to say real quick, I like the hardcore mode. I that wasn't something that interests me at all.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm glad it's there. It's just
Hmm.
it wasn't something that I was looking forward to. You know what I mean? And I was just
Yeah.
it's like, okay, that's cool. I know a lot of people really wanted that into Bedrock as a feature, and to me, I was a little bit more nonchalant about it. Just
Yeah.
okay, okay, cool. I guess that, I mean, I like having it as an option. But the
Right, for
Pell
sure.
Garden, I'll have to say, if I can just give my personal opinion for
Yeah, go ahead.
2024, I love the Pell Garden. I mean, I do love the bundles too. That's helped
Hmm.
me out a lot actually. But the Pell Garden, I think, is just really cool. What are your opinions on it?
I think the Pale Garden, like as far as like biomes go, I think they did a really good job with like fleshing it out.
Hmm.
Um,
I
I
agree.
definitely believe that it needed fog,
Mm.
but I don't know if we have the capability for that currently. But other than that, I like the trees. I like the hanging moss and the flowers and whatnot.
Hmm.
And I like the eeriness of it, and I think it looks nice next to like frozen mountains. Like I think the blue and the gray have a nice contrast together, and I think it looks pretty sweet.
I agree. I remember when it first was announced, a lot of people didn't want it up in the mountains, and
Yeah.
I didn't either at first. I thought it'd be more like some swamp type of biome in my head, but I kind of do like that. It's up in the mountains. It does look
Yeah,
nice to a snowy environment. One of mine is paired up right next to a snowy biome, and it looks really cool.
I'm really trying to find a world where they have a pale garden, snowy mountain, and like a cherry grove right next to each other. Because I know that those three would look really good together. Because
That
I also like the look of like the cherry grove next to a frozen mountain. I think the pink and the
Mhm.
blue looks good together. So I think all three would look nice too.
That would be pretty neat. Yeah, I don't have one of those seeds in my world, I don't think. I don't have one of those worlds, I should say. If I find one, I'll
Yeah.
send you the seed.
Yeah,
So
I've been looking for a while.
have you?
Yeah, on and off, but I haven't been
No
able to
one
find.
You haven't been able to find one? Dang, I'm surprised somebody hasn't found one to provide, you know?
Yeah, it's a little tricky because the Pale Garden and the Cherry Grove spawn in the exact same spot, which you would think, like, okay, why don't they generate? But I think they take the place of one another. I think it's one or the other.
I didn't realize that. That's interesting.
Yeah,
Huh.
so I think they spawn in the same places as meadows too. Actually,
Very interesting. I just know that the Pill Garden's extremely rare in my world. Like I have to go at least 3,000 or 3,500 blocks to my closest one, and it's
dang.
small, like so small.
Did you
Not
have
the
many creaking
smallest.
hearts?
Sorry,
Did you have many creaking hearts at all, or just a
none.
couple? None.
I didn't have one creaking heart in my first Pill Garden
Dang,
biome I found. So then I had to go another, I think, 3,000 more blocks to the next one, and that then I did find two, and
that's rough.
it I was lucky. I had somebody tell me that it took them 4 Pale Gardens before they found a creaking heart. And I was like,
Wow.
dang, that is rough.
I feel like there should definitely be at least one because I also have ran into a biome without any creaking hearts and I was so disappointed. I'm not gonna lie.
It's very disappointing because that's a long ways to go.
Yeah.
No, they made them to be very rare biomes, I feel. And so, yeah, I agree with you. If you have to go that far, there should definitely be a creaking heart there.
Yeah, because then you can collect resin and make more creaking hearts afterwards, but
And that's
you
what I
need the one
did.
to begin with.
I'm
You made
glad that,
more?
yeah, I didn't want to go back out there, so I just brought all the material I needed back to my, capital city, and I set one up out there. And I was like, okay, now I can just
That's
produce my
smart.
own resin. I need to build a resin farm next, and like really
That's
crank
what I
it
was
out.
gonna ask you if you had one.
I want one. I just been so busy on the podcast. I haven't really even really played too much Minecraft lately, to tell you the truth, which is sad.
Yeah.
So I want to get into let's see here. Well, I'm going to ask you those here well, no, let's get into them now. So we've had like few drops in the past month just since they came. I think Mojang came back from their break January 8th. Um,
Right.
so how do you like them so far? We had the cow variants, pig variants, firefly bush, new ambient desert sounds, which I love. I'm a big sound person and music, so I'm a big fan of all that. What do you think of it?
Um, I think that the desert sounds are really nice actually. It makes me want, and I've seen a couple other people talk about it as well. Tumbleweeds from one of the
Yes.
losing biome votes. I think
Yes,
that would be nice.
that has been talked about a lot lately. That would be cool to see tumbleweeds blowing around.
I also think that now that we've done it for the Pale Garden, I think that the sky tint could change to like a yellowish brownish when you're in either of the desert
Mm,
biomes to kind of make you feel more like there's like a almost like a sandy like sand in the air, I suppose. I think that would be
yes,
good for like the immersion of the biome.
I love that idea. That is cool. I think we
Yeah.
definitely. I no, I think that would be something that they could easily do. I would think.
I would think because they just implemented that capability for the last drop. Um,
Hmm.
Something exactly like how they just did the ambient sounds connected to blocks, and they already did that for the dead bush and like sand just last week or this week. So I
Yeah,
think I think they might be able to do that.
yeah. I love the crickets that they're in the rustling stick sounds and whatnot.
You know, I
Love the
haven't heard the crickets actually. I've been trying to like listen to it. I hear like the rustling, but I haven't heard the crickets.
You gotta zoom in to the sound. No, I don't know. Supposedly there's supposed to be cricket sounds in there.
Yeah, I seen that. I just haven't heard them.
Well, I haven't either, but supposedly they're in there somewhere. I don't know.
I might have to check the wiki to see if they have like the little sound files there for
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I haven't checked the wiki either. That's a good idea. I'm surprised I haven't gone into that yet. So
Yeah.
I know that I saw you mention the bogged. You appreciate the bogged as a mob in its design. Yeah, you made a tweet on that. I think a couple weeks ago. Um,
Yeah.
so out of like the armadillo, the bog, the breeze, the creaking heart, pig variants, um, wolf variants, and now cow variants and everything. What do you like out of all the new features we've had in like the past year, 365 days?
As far as mobs go, and
Mm-hmm.
I'll separate to unique mobs and then variants. I
Okay.
think the breeze is definitely my favorite new mob.
Oh, okay.
I really like fighting them. I think that their wind mechanic is pretty unique. And I don't know if you played Minecraft Dungeons, but they have like a whole like wind mountain DLC, and it definitely reminds me of that. And I really did enjoy that DLC.
I've never played Dungeons. That's one day I will because I know the Wither King has been wanting me to forever.
I've seen a couple videos from them. Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
like the deep dives, especially the end
Yes.
ones. I've seen. I think they have like two end ones, maybe three.
I think maybe 3 or 4 now, and I know that they do, they help or they do collaborative work with somebody, Xantix, I believe, and or Xantrix. I can't remember their name, but yeah, they do a great job with the deep dives, and I've seen their videos as well. And yeah, that's I've never played Dungeons, so one day I will get into that, and I suppose I need to even explore Legends, even though I hear it has a bad rap. Just for the sake of my podcast, just to see what it's all about.
Yeah, I think I played Legends for about maybe an hour.
Oh, you weren't a fan?
It wasn't bad, but like I don't know, I had it. I never bought it. I had it like through Game Pass, and I think I got stuck somewhere, and I just stopped playing because I had no idea what to do.
Oh,
To
gotcha.
be honest,
Okay.
but
That happens.
yeah, to
So
variants, I sorry.
yeah, the variants. No, go ahead. I apologize. You're about to
Oh, no,
say
you're
about
good.
the variants.
I really like the cold cow. I think you might have seen my post about the
Yes,
cold cow variant. I think it's really good looking. I think it's sweet.
I do too. Do you
My
think we're going to get any specialty drops from it?
anything special? I don't know. So I feel like I think mob variants because I was actually thinking about like tweeting at a developer, but I also don't know which ones are really working on the variants.
Hmm.
But I think the difference between variants and unique mobs is literally just like the texture. Because I
Their
feel like
skins.
if it had any unique properties like a unique drop or anything, I think it would have to be like a separate mob. I don't know that they could do that for a variant.
Yeah, you make a really good point. The only thing, though, to me, and it's just my opinion, is that
Hmm.
these cows have horns, and that makes me feel like they need to drop them.
Yeah.
Kind of like the goat horn. I feel like because the pig variants, right, for example, are just like the pig, but just with fur, and then the other one a different color. Um,
Yeah.
they don't have any physic like. Well, I guess yeah, the fur. I mean, I guess that is a physical difference, but the horns to me is just very blatant, very just like okay, this is something that I feel like could be used as something.
Yeah, that would be cool if they could drop their horns. Um, the only thing is, I don't know how they would go about. Like, would it be a separate cow horn item, or would they just make the goat horn just like a general horn item?
That's a good question. I think I'd just make it a cow horn or maybe separate. I don't know. That's a good
Yeah,
point.
but
But
then
I
they don't have
see.
the ramming mechanic like a goat to drop it,
Yeah, they
and
don't.
they definitely don't want you to kill it for it.
True. That's
So I feel like that's probably too many loopholes. There's probably a no.
No, you're probably no, and I'm going to have to side with you. I think you're right. I doubt they'll probably just stick with the leather and meat, which is
Yeah.
fine. I do like how they look different.
Yeah. I'm big on the woolly cow. The Highland cow look is pretty nice.
Yes, it is. And you posted a picture of that cow, the real life cow next to the Minecraft cow, and that was really neat to see the comparison.
Yeah. I love that cow. I really hope I get some snow biome improvements so that my Highland cow looks nice in this fresh new biome.
You never know. Maybe we will.
Hopefully.
Which well, what are your future predictions or of drops that will come to Minecraft this year?
See, I don't know. Like it's so up in the air right now because the past few updates, I know that you weren't really playing around the time, but because of the
Mhm.
caves and cliffs delays, like I kind of had an idea like okay, well archaeology has to come at some point and then
Mhm.
bundles and whatnot. But pretty much that's completely cleared slate and they're good now and we have fireflies now.
Mhm.
So it's really could be anything. I hope that they um expand illagers this year, and I really hope
Yes.
to get some combat changes as well.
They kind of teased about the illagers in that video.
Yeah, yeah, I'm hoping that we get um at least the illusioner added this year.
That would be really neat. I've
That would
seen
be.
Yeah, I think that would be really neat, and I agree with you. I would love to see illagers expanded on. Honestly, my brother and I think, talked about this on the show. I would like to see new structures that they have, like, besides just an outpost and woodland mansions. I think they need more. Maybe even, like, a illage instead of village, like
Oh, that'd be kind of sweet.
I think it would be. I mean, doesn't it kinda make sense? I mean,
Yeah,
they
and
would
then the
be
villagers
there.
come raid their illage.
Yeah. Yes. I
That'd be sweet.
I think that would be awesome. And no, I'm all for the Illager being upgraded, even though that probably means it'll be a tougher task on us, but I kinda like combat
Yeah, I'm all
like
for
tactics,
that.
like what we're getting into,
Hmm.
and that would be fun, I think.
Yeah, I think there's another Minecraft Dungeons DLC you should check out. There's a snowy one where there's like an illager like campground or like castle or something along the lines,
Oh.
and the isologers there and the illusioners there
Oh.
and something like that, like some sort of structure in the snow biome because I yeah, I really do want a snow biome update. But something along the lines of that, I feel like would be sweet because you update the biome and then you add a new structure for the people who do like to explore and do combat.
Yeah, that would be really cool. I'll have to check out Dungeons. It's everybody's been telling me that, and I'm just going to have to cave and do it one day.
Yeah.
Uh, Otherwise, you guys are like quit listening to my show if I don't. Um,
This guy hasn't even played Dungeons. Come
yeah,
on.
I know. What's the matter with me? No, I've just been. Well, gosh, I can almost not talk about anything else because they add so much constantly to the vanilla game. It's hard for me to keep up with all that.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. I know a lot of people on Twitter at least have been wanting an end update and recently been really talking about the Birch Forest update. Or
Oh yeah, I
wanting
have been
some.
too.
Yeah, you want something done with the Birch Forest, don't you?
Yeah, I'd like just like the remaining features from the concept art to be
Mm-hmm.
added, which is like improved tree generation, hollow logs, and
Mm.
tree mushrooms.
Tree mushroom. Don't they have that
Yeah.
on logs or fallen trees?
So there's like mushrooms that'll generate on them sometime, but also Java doesn't have fallen logs at all.
Yeah, I read
So
about that. That's a
I
bummer.
think it would be
Why?
sweet to like add that, but then switch it out with hollowed logs so that Bedrock also gets something new from
I like the hollow log idea. What? Okay, let's veer down that path. Um,
it.
how would you? What would you be able to do with a hollow log? make it into a vase or something?
Um, I don't know. I feel like it could be used like you could probably waterlog it and have things like items maybe funnel through it,
Hmm.
but I feel like it would mainly just be decorational. I don't know any like specific use cases beyond that, to be honest. And that's kind of partially where I think maybe they won't go about adding it because it is just decoration. But
Well,
and
some
it is
things
kind of a
are
lot of
just
work
decor.
because yeah, but like then you have to do it for all the wood types, and there's like 10 or 9.
Yeah, they keep adding. No,
Yeah.
I do like the hollow log. What about cattails?
Cattails, yeah. Now that we have the firefly bush that spawns along rivers, I'm really hoping that we can get cattails now because it would essentially
Hmm.
be like same spawning mechanics plus swamps, which actually firefly bushes also spawn in swamps. But yeah, I'm hoping that that gets added. And I've seen a couple mods that add it where it's just like decorational, but like in my mind, if I were to add it, I would make it like you harvest the like I don't know what the actual like brown part of it's called. um
Y- yeah, the husk, I guess. I'm not sure.
yeah. You could like shear that and like get like a cotton ball maybe or something or clump of
Hmm.
cotton. And then you could use like 4 or 9 of those to craft a wool. I think that would be a cool usage.
That would be a really. I really like that idea.
And also
Actually,
you can
that'd
eat
be.
them apparently. The brown part you can eat them.
Yeah, there's a lot of things you can do with cattails. I believe Native Americans use them for medicine. You can turn it into flour. I used to have a bunch of survival books, and we have cattails down here, and
Mhm.
so in Kansas, so I used to research them. And there's so many uses you can, so many things you can do with cattails. It's impressive, honestly. I didn't know they were like nature's Swiss Army knife when it came to uses. But no, I
Yeah.
think that's an awesome idea as a wool alternative because our only source for the only way you can make a bed is by killing sheep.
Yeah, that and string.
Really?
Yeah, you can craft it. I think it's 4 string. You can craft wool.
I didn't know that. Is that a Java
Really?
thing?
I think it's on both. I don't.
I'm going
I'm
to have to
pretty
play
sure it's
around
on
with that.
both.
I didn't know you could make wool with string. That blows my mind now.
Yeah.
But string's pretty rare unless you
No,
have a
actually, no.
farm.
I think it definitely is on Bedrock because I'm pretty sure I've done it on Bedrock.
Well, you just educated me. I I had no idea that you can make wool from string. That's interesting. Well, listeners, you learned something new too if you didn't know that. So
Yeah.
thanks, thanks, Nex.
No problem. I just got a
So
bunch of Minecraft knowledge in my head. It's kind of sad.
no, that's really cool. I didn't know that. I'll have to go test that out now.
Yeah. Send me a
Now,
message if I'm wrong. I don't think I am, but I'm pretty sure it's on both versions.
yeah, fact check him, everybody. Now, so what do you think about the end? Do you
The
think
end. Oof.
is that something that you've been pushing for an end update like many
What was
people
that?
I've seen?
I would really, really like an end update. I really feel like end game content could definitely be expanded upon.
Hmm.
And I don't know, I kind of hit like points in worlds where I'm like, okay, I don't really know what to do anymore besides build. Um, and I do make a new world, or I was making a new world every major update because at certain points I just hit a slump. But
Mm.
I don't know that we'd get one because of the drop system. And I know that they said that they'd be working on like bigger updates in the background.
Hmm.
So like eventually, yes. But I think it's like a year at least out from now, at the
Gotcha. So
very least.
probably not a 2025 thing.
No, unfortunately. I would really like it because I pretty much would like a copy and paste another update, but for the end, like biomes, mobs, and a new structure
Yeah, they did a really great job on the end, didn't they?
on the Nether. Yes.
Yeah, the Nether. Yeah, sorry, the Nether. They did a great job with the biome diversity and the mobs there look great.
Yeah. I also think the dragon fight as a whole could be improved for sure.
Yeah, it's I think people want the dragon to be updated altogether, don't they?
Yeah, I've seen that a lot, but like I don't know how you would go about updating, and that's I think one thing that's maybe stopping them is like how do you update the end fight or the dragon fight in existing worlds? Because you could just generate new chunks for the biomes for the outer islands, but what do you do for the already existing spawn island?
That's a that's a good question.
So like your world, you wouldn't have. I mean, you could respawn the dragon and have the new fight, but I'm sure that they'd make changes to the island too.
No, you're probably right. I don't know. I guess that's something that the developers would have to figure out.
Yeah. There
Do
used
you
to be
think?
like another like rewrite on Xbox 360 edition. You could like reload the Nether
Oh,
as an
really?
option. Yeah,
I didn't realize that. You just the Nether?
yeah. Actually, they might have had an end one too, but this was like way long. This was like 2014 ish,
Yeah,
and that functionality isn't there anymore.
that's really intriguing. I didn't realize that you could just upload the Nether.
Yeah, I did it a couple times because I would really get some bad spawns, and I would just click reset Nether.
Intriguing. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I wonder why they did away with that. That'd be kind of useful.
Yeah, I don't know how it would work with like seed parity now,
Yeah, true.
but yeah,
That's probably why it's gone, huh?
probably one of the reasons.
Do you think seasons are still going to be a thing or are still like a possibility?
I really hope so. I feel like a lot of people think that it's going to affect a lot of mechanics, and it very well could. But
Hmm.
I kind of more so see it as like just a visual change, to be honest.
Uh,
But I didn't know
yeah,
that so many people were like against it when when the rumors started going around like earlier this year.
I didn't either. And I can kind of see reasoning behind some people. To me, okay, I've watched the Slice Lime video and their seasons data pack, and it
Yeah,
looks amazing.
it does look pretty nice.
Oh, it's so cool. And then I saw comments saying, well, I'm going to have to like adjust my builds every like 20 Minecraft days or something like that for every season. And
Yeah.
I didn't really think about how it'd affect like motifs and like I don't know. I guess it would kind of affect how some people built things.
Yeah, I could see it like for the snow, but I
Uh
don't
huh.
know if any other items like because we have leaf litter. I assume leaf litter would like maybe generate, but I doubt it. But if it starts
Hmm.
snowing in a biome that doesn't normally snow in, I could see that being an issue.
Yeah, because that stacks and it can kill your crops and
Yeah.
but that would be make it to me, I like that. I like having challenges that present themselves. I'm also a proponent for the creeper. A lot of people hate the creeper. I
Oh.
like that there's something that can blow my buildings up and still does. Like I still get caught off guard by that thing. And it just killed me the other night when I was doing research. And I was like, yep, if I didn't have those surprises, I wouldn't like the game as much. So I would really
That's
like
fair.
seasons.
Yeah. I think I'm still big on it. I don't really know whether or not if it's like in the cards still, but I
I
guess we
don't
just have to
either.
see for the rest of the development. And it also just depends on when this drop's coming out.
True. That's speculation in itself when the spring drop's coming, right?
Yeah, I'm thinking I mean I was thinking March, but like Bedrock still has an experimental toggle, so I don't know.
Hmm.
Maybe April.
I'm feeling that's going to come out right before the movie.
Right before the movie.
Yeah, I think so. I have a feeling. I or maybe not. I could be wrong, but I have a feeling that's going to be out maybe actually I'm probably wrong when I said that. Don't mark my words. Next.
All right, but if
I
the
think
spring
that
drop's
will
not out by April 3rd, you're gonna get some
yeah,
hate comments.
that'd be coming out pretty soon then, and that's not even really spring, so I'm not sure.
Yeah.
What are so we discussed seasons. I did bring up something in my head though when I was thinking about seasons, and then I was thinking about the other features like the leaves and the ambient music that we just received.
Hmm.
And it made me think of a comment somebody made, and it was kind of a good point. Somebody that likes to build with terracotta, I know they made this comment on Reddit, was saying that they hate the new ambient sounds because now their buildings are going to have sound like crickets and rustling
Oh,
sticks and stuff. I never thought about how
yeah.
that would affect builds and unwanted noise.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they would do to like prevent that
That would
because
be
if you
kind of
just use a
annoying,
lot of
wouldn't
it,
it?
they're gonna yeah.
Because
I
what
mean,
if
I
you
guess you
wanted to
could
build?
turn off ambient noises or turn off like game noises.
That's what I'm guessing. But yeah, it's kind of a double-edged sword in my opinion because the I love the fact that we can now make these noises, like bring them anywhere with us. Like
Hmm.
it's almost like we can set up our own theme. And
Yeah.
but at the same time, when I read that comment, I was like, that would be kind of annoying. Because what if you wanted to build a terracotta structure in your snow biome? You'd have desert, you'd have desert noises out on the tundra.
Yeah.
That would be a little not realistic.
Yeah, I don't really know what they would do for that.
I don't know.
But like same goes like if you had pale hanging moss in a
Yeah,
different biome too, you'd hear the what is it like the twigs breaking
yeah.
or the
That's
creaking noises also. Yeah, you'd have that.
that's true. I I
I'm
thought
not
it was a
sure. I'm not
good.
sure that they'll do anything, to be honest.
I guess just don't build with terracotta if you don't want that sound.
If you don't like the noises.
Yeah, I guess if you don't like the crickets and the rustling sticks and wind
Sorry.
noises, I guess no, that
Don't
is kind of a
don't be
bummer. I
rude
kind of
like
felt
that.
bad for that person because they obviously like to build with terracotta, and now they have to listen to these noises.
Yeah, I remember I had this one world that I made after Trails and Tales came out, and there's only like two songs from the soundtrack that play in the desert, and like it was
Mm.
just on repeat, and like it's fine, but like after spending so much time and listening to just that one song, I was starting to get mad every time it would turn on.
So you just hit
So
the
I get
mute.
where I lowered game music, but like I get where they're coming from because yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Oh no. I'm sure I'll hear a comment back like months from now from that person.
Yeah.
I'll ask them months from now and see how they're doing with that.
The wind noises.
Yeah. Now, okay, let's transition on here. Move on past the ambient sounds. What biome? And I've already asked you what like your favorite biomes, least favorite biomes are, and you don't really have a least favorite per se. I'm just going
No.
per se, but what biome would you like to see be worked on or improved on next?
Wow.
Snow biomes, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I'm big on snow biomes, and also I think the jungle biome could use some work because I assume that the birch forest might get its facelift in this drop. But with the jungle and snow biome, there's a lot you could do. And for both, I actually just reference Minecraft Dungeons and just want similar stuff.
Okay, so pretty much bring over Minecraft Dungeons to the Minecraft vanilla, is what you're
No,
saying.
not exactly. There's like some like components that are nice. Like I would like some sort of like plant hostile mob for the jungle. I think that would be
Oh,
pretty sweet.
like a Venus flytrap
Something
attacking
like
you.
that. There's like this moving like um I don't know what the name is at all, but there's this plant mob that like summons more plants out of the ground in Minecraft
What?
Dungeons and like the plants attack the player.
That's cool.
So like maybe not maybe not something that extreme, but like something along the lines.
That would be neat, honestly. Yeah,
Yeah.
a little plant army attacks you.
Yeah, I think that would be nice cuz like you could add like obvious things like monkeys or like um
Why don't we have monkeys?
I don't know. I, don't, I think they were in a mob vote actually, like one of the Chinese mob votes, like the panda
Okay.
one. I think it
Well,
was monkeys, crocodiles, and like pink dolphins,
I
and then the
still
panda
think
one.
we need crocodiles and alligators for the swamps at least.
Yeah, I think that would be nice, but I think because of them being aggressive and people not wanting or Moji not wanting people to like kill them or go up to them if they made them passive.
But you
I
put
don't know
panda
that
bears
we
in
could
there
get
that are almost
alligators.
extinct. You know?
Yeah, I don't know.
And you're
Yeah,
able to kill the pandas the last time I knew. And polar bears that are almost
yeah,
extinct, you can kill them for salmon. So,
yeah.
yeah, I don't
It's
get
just
their logic
interesting
with that.
because
I don't think they
yeah,
have an excuse when it comes to that. Because Michael TBH and I have talked about that a couple times when he's came on the show. And honestly, I think that's just a really poor excuse by Mojang not to implement animals because you don't want us to kill them. Well, you already have extinct animal or going like endangered species in the game, so
hmm,
I don't get that logic at all.
yeah.
Okay, put in some things that are already extinct then, like the dodo bird.
I could see like something along the lines of like a woolly mammoth coming in, like not exactly that, but like something along the lines, but a bit more fantasy being
Mm.
added. I think that would be cool.
You know something I'd really like to see,
What's
and
that?
trolls. I would like to see trolls, and I know that Notch wanted that in Minecraft, like in the in-dev days. He
Hmm.
mentioned the idea of trolls being in there, but that never came into fruition for some reason. But I think that'd be neat.
I think it would. I think it's similar to what the one mob I was trying to tell you, which I remember the name as you said trolls, the rascal. That's what it was.
Oh, okay. I've never heard of the rascal.
Yeah, he was like this little like gremlin troll looking thing that would have spawned in mine shafts and like you like had to it would run away from you. And if you found it, I think a couple times, it would give you an item.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah. Didn't
That's
win,
neat.
but
Okay. Right on. Well,
yeah.
let's move on here. And I'm going to kind of leave Minecraft, the game behind, and enter into more cinematic questions. Specifically, a
Okay.
Minecraft movie. I don't know if that's something you've been following. It was something I wanted to talk to you about because when this episode releases, that the one that we're talking on right now,
Hmm.
we're going to be in March, I believe. So it's going
Okay.
to be somewhat close to the movie. And I didn't know if that was something you're going to go see or if you have any interest in.
I'm definitely gonna see it. There's a few things that I'm kind of like on the fence about. I think some of the mobs definitely look weird, and I think Steve was Steve's a little odd.
Yeah. Okay. Let's start with the mobs, and then we'll work our way into Steve. What mobs? What mobs do you find the oddest looking?
I seen like on there was like a leaked Lego set. Like the baby zombie just looked horrendous. I don't know, like
Oh, yeah, I saw
I don't
that
know
too.
who let who cook, but it was not. They were not cooking with that design.
No, I did not like that at all either. I think I made a comment on that, and I may have deleted
Yeah,
it because I was like, okay, I just won't comment on this. And
yeah.
it
I don't know.
what it was
I'm
the
not really
baby
big on
zombie.
many of the mob designs. Yeah, the baby zombie was not. Mm-mm.
I saw a baby zombie riding a chicken jockey, right? And
Yeah,
it
that's
looked
what it was.
horrible.
Yeah,
Its face was all contorted into weird, in a weird very overly cartoonish way, and I was just like, what is going? Come on, like you guys nailed it with a couple, like some mobs, but some are just so. I don't even
I
know the
like the
word for
bee.
it. Yeah, they did a great job with the bee. I think that's everybody's favorite so far.
Yeah.
What do you think about the
How do you
llama?
feel about like the llama? I think its face is a bit odd, but everything else
Yeah.
is fine. I was gonna ask, what do you think about the furry creeper or hairy creeper?
Okay. Yeah, I'm a huge Creeper fan, like I said, and
Right.
there's a lot, and I like that says something. And Mojang was heavily involved in this movie, so that tells me something about because I love theory, and the Creeper has been theorized to be vegetation,
Hmm.
but to be furry, I don't. Maybe it's like a moss.
Maybe
I
it is
don't.
moss.
Yeah, it's
I'm not sure.
See, I'm interested. I have to watch the movie, not only because I have a podcast over Minecraft, but because I need to see what Mojang has told them to put into it, just for
Yeah.
theory and for lore, you know?
Yeah.
Because what do you think of the creeper? I think it's okay. I have to see it in action, I guess. I don't know. If that answers your question. I'm up in the air when it comes to the creeper.
Yeah. I think I'm also up in the air. I think it's not as bad as the baby zombie.
No, it's
But I
not
don't
as
know.
bad as the baby
It
zombie.
just looks, maybe they are going for a mossy look, but it just looks like it's like furry.
It looks like a plush toy to me.
Yeah.
It looks a little bit too
Yeah, I don't
too much like
know.
a toy. I would have made it leafy. I've seen other people's cartoons or illustrations of the creeper that have looked better than that. I'll just say that.
Yeah. I don't know.
Um
It's not for me. I don't think.
yeah, what about the villagers? Do you like the way they design them?
um Let me pull up a picture real quick because I don't really remember.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
my.
yeah, the villagers are they're they take us yeah, they take a little bit to get used to. They're a little off-putting to me. I don't think they look horrible, but I don't know, it's just like in all the designs, there's parts of it that I don't like about it, and then there's parts of it that I do like. I love, like, some of the scenes I've seen with the
Hmm.
diamond ore, the redstone dust, the redstone, like the power tracks and the power stone torch. I love what they did with that. I think that looks really cool.
That
How
I
they
like the glowingness of all of it. Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Yeah, the colors really rich. They did a great job, and I think they captured the essence of that really, really well. And I really like the scene of seeing Steve's what is that, his house or storage survival hut or whatever. I like seeing that with the Zetterstrand paintings in the background, his shelf. I've done a few screenshots. I think he has a bundle on one of his shelves, and I don't know. That's really cool to look at. I like that type stuff, but I think I think they did a not so great job developing their faces in the animation.
Yeah, it's really weird going from straight up humans to like very mm-mm looking villagers and the creepers and whatnot.
I did enjoy that they have real human actors, and I think they just CGI'd the heads. I think the bodies are actual actors in costume. So I think that was cool.
I think so. Yeah, actually, I think you're right about that.
Um so
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've seen people like from the behind the scenes video. Like there's people in villager outfits.
mhm. Yes, I think that's what I saw as well. Are you going to go watch it when it comes out on April 4th?
I don't know if I'll watch it day one, but I will watch it in theaters at some point.
Nice. Well, you have to let me know what you think of it. I'm going to try to
Me
go
too.
on the
We'll have a discussion about the movie.
Okay, sounds great. I'm going to I know the Sun King's going to want to come on and talk about that too. So, no, I'm going to have to definitely do an episode over the movie, like a review, Realm News review.
Yeah.
Eh, Minecraft is also
Yeah,
coming
I'll
out the
definitely have to
Netflix
check out that
series.
review.
Yeah, you'll have to check
Yeah,
that out.
I did see that.
The Netflix
I
series.
like the Netflix series. The look of it, it's a lot
Me
better than
too.
the movie.
Yeah, it does. But we don't know much about, do we? They only did that one little
Yeah, we don't
release.
know anything.
Yeah, just it was like a 30-second clip, and that was it. And that was about, I don't know, 10 months ago. I think we got that.
Has it been
That's been
that
a
long
while.
already?
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Wow. Well, that
At
must be
least
coming
9
out soon
months.
then, right?
I would hope so. I mean, if the movie's coming out, I believe the Netflix series announcement was released around the same time with the first trailer of the Minecraft movie, maybe around that time.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And
That's weird. When is that coming out?
I'm not sure, they don't have any date announcements or anything. I haven't tried to do research lately on it, but the last time I
Mhm.
checked, which was like back in December, I didn't see anything.
Yeah, there must be a trailer coming out soon then, if it's been that long since the little teaser.
I would hope so, but I
I
am
really want to just
interested.
know what it's about, really.
Me, me too.
I
I'm
kind
not
of feel
sure
like it
what's going
might
to
be
happen
more
there.
for kids, to be honest, though.
I do too, and I think the movie might be as well.
The movie definitely, the movie definitely is.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm definitely curious to see how the movie pans out. I hope kids love it. I hope it's actually a decent movie. I hope adults even find it entertaining, but I'm a little skeptical on
Yeah, I
that.
hope we can enjoy it. I hope we can enjoy it.
I hope so. We'll find out in a couple months. I would
Yeah, that's actually crazy. That's like it's really coming up.
It really is. It's time's going by fast. We're in
Yeah,
2025 and
2 months away.
yeah, and then the spring drop will be coming out sometime soon. I mean, we're going to be getting a lot of stuff fast.
Yeah.
So, I wanted to ask you, besides movies and Netflix series, but what kind of streamers or content creators, if you do listen to them or watch them, who do you follow out there in the Minecraft community?
I watch I watch a lot of Waddles. I like Waddles' news videos and like speculation videos.
He does a great job.
I've also been a longtime viewer of IBX Toycat.
Yep.
Um, I don't watch a lot of like gameplay though, but I do watch mainly like news, snapshot coverage, and like prediction videos.
Nice. Is that
I'm
something
big
that
on
you kind of
those.
I know that you mentioned your YouTube videos. You want to get more to opinion. It's news based type videos, something you're going to be doing as well.
Not so much news. I think I might like cover maybe like if certain features like really intrigue me, I think I might make a video on that. And then if like if one update's leaning one way, I might make like a speculation video. Like I'm thinking about making like a wish list for the remainder of the spring drop.
Oh, cool. Cool. No,
Yeah,
that'll
there's a
be
couple of things that I think would fit and that we might have enough time for before it comes out.
that's a great idea. I look forward to seeing that
I'll
video
let you know
whenever.
when I make that.
Yeah, please do. So yeah, I follow Waddles. I watch some Slice Slime. There's just a lot of content creators out there that I kind of get on and look at. I don't really watch too many builds though. I'm like you. I don't really watch those type videos, but more
Mhm.
of the news. Waddles I find is really great about that. Like he comes out with those videos like an hour after
Yeah,
it's
he's
announced.
pretty fast with things.
It's
IBX Toy
insane.
Cat, I don't know if you will watch him, but
I do
like
some.
the last few drop announcements or whatever, he's been like not home at all.
Oh no, I bet
And
that
he's
drives him
been like
crazy.
recording at like airports and stuff or on his trips.
That's how I feel sometimes because I work two other jobs besides my podcast. And when things are dropping, I go on my lunch break and I'm tweeting. I'm like, oh my gosh, I catch up here real quick. I got 30 minutes to learn what has happened and then make a tweet.
Yeah, I was in the middle of a meeting when this past snapshot came out, and I was just checking the changelog in the corner of the meeting
You're like,
room.
I need to go use the bathroom real quick. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, do you like any Minecraft music or musicians?
um. Uh, I really like the soundtrack of. I think the Wild update had a good one. Tricky Trials is pretty good. I like that they had like a combination of like Lena Rain that they had been using for a while since like the Nether update,
Hmm.
and then they switched to Aaron Sheriff for
Yeah.
Trails and Tales. So I like the combination of the two, and then um, somebody they added somebody else in that one. I'm not sure of the name.
Was it Kumi Taniako? I,
Yeah,
don't, I think
yeah.
it was.
But I
No,
think out of the options, I like Lena Rain the most.
I'm a big fan of her music as well. I like C418, just because it's just so iconic. The
Yeah,
sounds
the
and
classics.
exactly. Um, no, I like Lena Rain, and then Infinite Amethyst. I think was Jukio Kaliko. I think I'm saying their name right. I didn't put that on the list here that I sent you, but uh, yeah, their song was Infinite Amethyst, and that was um, for the Garden Awakens update with the Pale Garden. I kind of like that song as well. I thought that was pretty neat.
They had
But
music
yeah,
for the Pale Garden drop.
it just no, it's just ambient sounds. But yeah, if you go to Spotify, you can find that song. Yeah, they did actually have some music for it.
But is it not? It's not in the game though, right?
I don't think it is. I don't know. I don't think it is. I haven't heard it in the game. I
I
think it
have to
might
give it a
just be,
listen then.
yeah. Give it a listen on
'Cause I don't know
Spotify.
that I've heard it.
Yeah, but it's an official Minecraft song.
Okay,
So
I'll
yeah,
make sure to check that out. Infinite
y-
Amethyst, you said?
yeah. Infinite Amethyst by Jukio Kaliko, I believe. I follow him on X and on Blue Sky. He's I believe, a Swedish musician composer.
Oh, is it Infinite Spooky Amethyst?
Yep, that's
I don't
it.
know if you said
Spooky.
that.
Yeah, sorry, no, I didn't. I said just Infinite Amethyst. I forgot Infinite Spooky.
Yeah, because there's an Infinite Amethyst by Lena Rain for the Cave update,
Yeah, this one's
actually.
spooky. Sorry. I forgot. There's a lot of amethyst out there in the Minecraft world.
Yeah, I'll have to give it a listen after the show.
Yeah, do that. And that kind of segues me to the end of our show here. Next, I just want to ask you, do you have anything else you would like to discuss before we wrap this up?
Uh, just hoping for some chicken variants next week.
Yes. Yeah, you think they'll be making an announcement next week? This
um, I don't know because I did have a 2 week break in between pigs and cows. I
mm-hmm.
hope that we can have like smaller editions, but like weekly, because
Mm-hmm.
I kind of prefer that. But I don't know.
Gotcha.
Maybe we'll see on Sunday or on Tuesday.
No, that'd be interesting. To me, I think chicken variance is the next logical step when it comes to mob variation
Yeah, sheep are definitely up there, but I don't know. Sheep just seem so much more complicated. I don't know that we'll get variants.
because of their diability, right?
Yeah, I was actually just talking about this last night with with my girlfriend actually.
Oh yeah.
Um and I was like, the only thing they could do is like the color of like the sheep underneath the wool dye. If they separated like the dye color as like a layer
Mhm.
and then had that, but then only the face and like the ankles would be different.
I just don't see them doing that for some
Yeah.
reason.
And then she said she was like, well, maybe the variants just aren't dyeable. And I was like, I don't know about that.
Maybe the variants aren't dyeable. Yeah, that would I don't know if that would just for consistency's sake, I don't see them doing that.
They could maybe make, and I just thought of this, maybe have like a unique wool type. Like maybe snow biome one has like a bit of like a beige color
Mm-hmm.
because like maybe it's like dirty or snowy on it,
Yeah.
and they introduce a new color that way.
Well, I see that was something I was thinking, like, well, are they going to do something with like the fur of these, like, the snow, like the cold weather pig, the cold weather cow? Like we're starting to see not just, yeah, it's kind of, to me, warm and cold weather related species is intriguing. I feel like they're
Yeah,
amping up 2 seasons or something.
that's what I'm kind of thinking as well. But I don't know. It seems like a lot of work if people don't think it's just like a visual change that it actually changes mechanics.
Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like there's so much more to this. I feel like this is a preliminary phase for
Yeah,
Mojang for something grander or bigger to come. I'm not
hopefully.
sure. I think they're paving the way for something.
Yeah, I also don't. I also don't mind little new things for like every biome, like new
Yeah, I
little
don't either.
plants
I
or generation things. I think that's nice as well. So I think
I
either way, I'll make it out happy.
Same. I don't complain about anything they provide us. I love all the little drops. I like the little mechanical fixes, the bug fixes are welcome
Hmm.
improvements in my book. I just keep doing what you're doing, Mojang. I mean,
Right.
I paid I paid for the game once and everything since then to me is just a bonus.
Yeah.
But so we can find you, King Nexx. You have a Twitter, a Blue Sky. Where can we find you?
I have a Twitter account. Username
What?
is at a damp towel or King Nexx. Both work.
Gotcha.
Very
Is that
active
a underscore
Minecraft
damp
wise.
towel, right?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, everybody out there, if you want to find King underscore Next, they're a underscore damp towel. And do you have a Blue Sky?
No, actually, I don't even know
Okay.
what blue sky is.
Oh, okay, gotcha. A lot of people have migrated to Blue Sky from Twitter since the whole Elon Musk and you know
Yeah.
controversial stuff going on. I was just curious, but what is your YouTube? Do you have that?
I do have a YouTube. It's gonna be King Nexx, but the I is a one.
Okay, gotcha. King Next, I is a one, and I'm going to put that link in the show description for you all to check out, and I'll also supply your X or Twitter now X link there as well. Next.
All right, thank you. I appreciate that.
Hey, I had a great time discussing all these topics.
I had a great time as well.
Well, good. Maybe if you'd like, you'll come back on the show again one day and we can talk this out further when more
Yeah, I'd love
develops.
to. I'd love to discuss more at any point. Just let me know. And thank you for having me.
Yeah. Well, you have a great rest of your day. I hope you stay warm up there in Michigan, and I'll be following you, and I'll talk to you later on your social media channels.
All right. I hope you have a great day as well. Stay warm.
See you next.
See ya.
Hello, Realm News fans. I just wanted to pop back in here and just tell you all how much I appreciate you for listening to the show. It means the world to me that you tune in every week to hear me. The Dark Lord. The one who puts the real in realm and expands your mind one block at a time. I am honored to be your host and to be able to deliver you weekly original Minecraft content. With Realm News Flash and Realm News on Tuesdays, Thursdays. If you enjoy the show, I would love it if you would tell your friends about it and tell them to follow it. Hit that like button and leave a comment. I know that on Spotify you can leave comments on individual episodes. Same on Good Pods. I'm not sure about all the other podcast player platforms out there, but I appreciate feedback. So please comment if you're able to. If you cannot comment wherever you listen to Realm News, then you can by following Realm News at either its Twitter, now X, Blue Sky, Reddit, or email, which is all found at bio.link/realm news, all lowercase. Again, that is bio.link/realm news. There, you can become a Realm News Patreon member. I urge you all to sign up to the copper or diamond tier and get early access to episodes, bonus episodes, newsletters, and ebooks. Find my prices at my Patreon link, all found at bio.link/realmnews. I understand times are tough, and I do not expect anyone to give me money. I'm just saying that if you're able to, it's very much appreciated. However, you can show your appreciation by just listening, liking, following, or recommending the show, as I said earlier. That means more than you would ever know. With that said, I wish you all happy crafting, and I look forward to talking to you at the next Realm News. The Dark Lord. Signing out.